it's my bad. I shouldn't have had my.
Hey, RP. Yeah, boxes.
Alright, Cypher's in the back line. Alright, it's just Cypher in the back line.
Alright. Let me get him. Let me get him. I want to
Jet, hold from showers.
Killjoy's tagged 114, she's going to be long. Spike's down mid. Stay right there.
watch him. Jet's coming in. Jet's coming in.
You and these.
One enemy remaining.
Oh, 97 hit from 97. That's alright.
Spike down mid. Enemy remaining.
Hello and good morning, everybody. It is Commander Beaver, and today we have gone live and we are going back into deep space with some more space engineers. So, I guess since you last joined me for Space Engineers, I determined that the the asteroids, because I was looking for some particular materials on the asteroids in deep space, and none of the materials were quite what they were supposed to be. So what I've come to realize is that the server that I'm playing on is refreshing the asteroids on a weekly basis. So every Sunday they are sort of refreshing and remapping the asteroids, which is for me a little bit frustrating because it makes it quite difficult. Oops, not this one. This one here. Let's try that. There we go. It makes it quite difficult for me to get all of the resources that I need. You know, because I only spend a little time in the server online playing. So what I've done is what I've realized is that my little mini miner that I have in the server is not going to be sufficient. So I'm going to need to build another miner. So I've come back into my creative world for the next few minutes, and I'm going to see if I can put something together. So what I know that I'm going to be limited to is 6 drills. Oh, a large ramshackle drill. Okay, I'm going to need to make sure that I get some of those belter components, because I'm sure that that is a beautiful drill. Okay, yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense. Makes a lot of sense. Okay, so what I'm going to be limited to 6 drills. I have 10 that I'm allowed to use, but for talking to a few other people, I can only put 6 of these bad boys per grid. So some of the things that I'm going to need, let's see, cargo container. I need some cargo. I'm going to need the RCS thrusters. I'm going to need Epstein drives, and I'm thinking... What is a fusion coil? That's different. I've not Raider like Epstein drive. Okay, so these are like some of the belter things. Okay, so I guess they've put these new components in here. I've not seen fusion coils yet, so that's going to be a bit interesting. So it appears they're still expanding on the parts and the different blocks that one can get, which is pretty cool. I like that. I like that indeed. So I figure I'm going to need a Morrigan drive, because that's got a little bit more thrust than the other one, especially if it's going to be heavy. I mean, I might be able to get away with a light Epstein drive, but I figure chances are I'm going to need the Morrigan drive. It's just going to be more efficient for what I need. I'm going to need to slam in some conveyors. I think I'm going to need both this one and the elbow junction. I'm going to need a cockpit of sorts, probably there. I'm going to need hydrogen tanks. I really don't want to rely on a single large hydrogen tank. I'd rather try and build it as slender as possible, with the exception of the cargo container. So I'm going to try to use these the small hydrogen tanks. They hold much less hydrogen, but they're only 1 block by 2 blocks, so I can fit a whole bunch of them in place of conveyor conveyor tubes or conveyor blocks. And I'm going to need an oxygen tank because I'm getting pretty tired of running out of oxygen all the time. All right, and gyroscope. Second page where I'm going to actually put the drills that I need. There's a regular drill. D-R-I-L-L. There we are. And my beam block, because I love the way those look. And some standard armor blocks. So what I'm going to do here is, because, you know, I've got this is going to be my new base ship. I haven't built this in the server yet, but I do know that when I do, I'm going to be attaching probably my mini miner, which will just end up being a scout at some point. Oh, my video camera is going bananas. Hello, banana camera. I'm going to attach it here, as well as I'm probably going to be I'm going to be attaching the new miner. So I want to keep I want to make sure I have this here to kind of keep those size constraints. Not make it too long, not make it too short. So maybe I'll have it installed on the underside here. Probably the best idea. So if I get it, if I slam it in the underside here, I'm going to also need the connector block. It's going to be very important. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's say 6 drills. Oh, batteries. Oop, I spelled it correctly. Gonna need a battery, and I might put a small reactor on it. I don't think I'll necessarily need a small reactor, but I'm just gonna put I'll keep room for a small reactor as well. Survival kit. So I'm gonna need somewhere to spawn in the event that I goof up. Okay. So with this, let's figure out our drills. This drill's right side up. I'm thinking about you making a triangle pattern. I suppose I should turn on. Right, so here we are. Got that. And so I'm going to try and make a triangle pattern with these drills. I think I've heard that this is pretty effective, especially considering what we have to work with at the moment. So just get a little bit of armor installed there, and there we are. So good, or should I space that out a little bit more? Let's see if I can. So I want to try and I want to be able to cut as big a swath as I can when mining and not have to worry about maybe I should just do 2 rows of 3. I'm gonna do 2 rows of 3. So I don't think anything's gonna be that bad. I need to I'm a bit undecided. yeah, let's do 2 rows of 3. See what happens. I mean, worst comes to worst, I can just scrap it a little bit and build another miner. So let's go with this. It's a pretty standard setup. Should allow me to do some decent mining. Alright, so this is kind of going to be my center line here, so everything will be connected along the center line. So let me go ahead and I'll put a T junction here. My conveyor's out. It's not quite it. Still getting used to my new keyboard here. It's a bit daunting. It's like I keep moving my hand to the edge of the keyboard, but there's no numpad there anymore. So the edge is the page down, page up buttons that I use to manipulate these blocks. So now these are connected. You know, trying to make this as uncomplicated as possible. We'll probably end up having me make it super overcomplicated. But that's okay. That's the way that this guy rolls when it comes to building things. So something else that I want to do here is take advantage of this space here and have a little bit. I'll just see. I don't know if it's going to be final, but see if I can take advantage of some of that space there for thrust. Alright, so something simple, easy, and I want to keep in mind that I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7-ish blocks of space behind where the connector goes. So here, I'm going to start off by using you know what? I'm going to use a 4-way and X connector here. 2, 3. And then I'm going to install 6 hydrogen tanks. These 6 beautiful hydrogen tanks here. Yeah, I move those back a little bit more. So I'm going to start with the oxygen tank. I'll put this oxygen tank up front. You know, why not have one of the most explosive things on my ship really, really close to the front? It makes a lot of sense, right? Yeah, it does. It does to me anyway. And let's see. So yeah, that'll be fine. Just wish these oxygen tanks were just the hydrogen tanks were a little bit smaller, because I'd love to have some side thrust there, but I don't think that's going to happen. It's not going to happen. So let's bring this back a little bit more. Start with a hydrogen tank. surface hydrogen tank. I'm going to go for like a maximum of about 8 of these small hydrogen tanks. Because I'm not going to be doing too many big long haul mining missions. I'm going to try and, you know, get out, nick what it is that I need, and then jump back to my station. So if I grab this and I turn it on its side, I can place a cockpit here. And, you know, the visibility on the cockpit, you know, it doesn't matter so much to me because most of the time I'm going to be either using cameras or I'm going to be using third-person view. I just need somewhere that's airtight for my guy to sit. And I still have pretty decent visibility there. Pretty decent visibility. Right, so the next thing that I'm going to slam in here is a cargo container. I want somewhere for... I really like this, the new cargo container, but I'm really sad that the new cargo container, as beautiful as it looks, it has 2 less cargo ports than the vanilla cargo container, but it is what it is. So I feel at this point, I mean, I can even move my cockpit a little bit further back, and I could put it over top. I could put it over top. So at this point, I'm going to grab another conveyor junction, get the X side. Perfect. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to install some more hydrogen tanks. And I'm going to install another set of these X conveyor junctions. And what those will do, just double check PCU. Ah, nice. So I'm going to, so here, so we're starting to get a little bit wide, and you know, it's going to be it's a kind of like a plunge miner, which is pretty effective. I'm going to throw on these RCS thrusters here, and here. And now I have a full range of motion, so laterally and you know, up and down. So this ship right here has just about everything it needs, except for some forward thrust, which is totally fine because if I want to kind of be cheeky about it, I can grab one of these and do the end cap armored, which is, there we are, and I can grab an elbow corner right here and here. And this one, and grab a T, an armored T, and here we are. So now I have a little bit of thrust in every single direction. Up, down, left, right, even laterally. So considering that I'm going to be moving, you know, a whole boatload of stuff, you know, it makes sense that I'm going to want to have, you know, a decent amount of thrust. And just in case I need it, I'm going to have some. Actually, I'll put conveyor here. And my Epstein drive. So if I were to place a battery on this thing, you know, it's essentially functional ship. It's got it would have thrust. It's enough power, and all I'd have to do is place a gyroscope or two on there, and that would be it. Aside from a connector, which in fact I should probably install some connectors. Grab my beam block. There. Copy that because I feel like the chances are it'll bust apart. Oh, no, it stayed together. Look at that. Look at that. All right, and grabbing my end cap armor. Awesome. Okay, so I've got. So one of the things that I have there is I'm going to need a the connector. So I'm going the connector to be just a teeny tiny bit taller than everything else. So I'm going to grab a straight armored conveyor. 2, just to kind of see how it works. Stick it there. Merge block so that I can merge it. And I wanted to make sure that that's extra high just in case. And so now I'm going to take the time to sort of frame up some of these other things just so they're not 100% exposed. And if something were to happen, it's not just all going to fall apart. That, though, I'm going to leave there. Let's see. Strap that in. Now this, of course, is a very fragile miner, but I want to design it to be as cheap as possible because you know, I don't want to put as much resources as possible into something like this. I'd rather put them into some combat ships so I can get out there and actually participate in some of the PvP content that is available on the server. I miss shooting spaceships. Here, I'm just going to use these beam blocks. I love the depth that they give. They look really sharp, in my opinion. Leave that exposed just in case I need it. And here we are. More beam blocks. And so I need here on the underside. Actually, I'm going to put some gyroscopes because I need to be able to maneuver this beastie. Be okay with 2 gyroscopes. And here towards the front, I'm going to put an beacon. That's right, I need a beacon because of the beacon mod. Gotta have a beacon, otherwise your grid will disappear. That's pretty much everything. I guess just a reactor like I was thinking about earlier. I can put that down here just in case. Some batteries. Now let's check the weight. That's awesome. You know what? That actually comes in at less than I was hoping for. I was hoping to try and keep this little miner about 3 times the weight of my current miner, and it is less. My current miner sits at about 1,000 kilograms, and this is 290. So, you know, we've accomplished a lot. It has a pretty decent. Well, it has a large cargo container, which is, for me, that's a giant increase in capacity, and it hopefully will be far more maneuverable and quick. Not exactly whether the beacon. Alright, so it's got a 30. Hey, you know what? Those thrusters seem to work pretty well, and I bet you if I turned off the Epstein driver, probably still would be pretty decent as far as acceleration is concerned. Yeah, I consider that to be pretty good. Although I got this feeling that something will happen, and I'll regret not putting extra thrust on it. Copy this. Oh, that's great for PCU. It's still connected, and I'm going to put in one of these end cap is there, and I will slap on just 2 more thrusters, because if something happens and that front end gets damaged, then I'll have no choice but to use my Epstein drive, and that could potentially be bigo problemo. Yeah, so this is so I'll head back over to Yep. Just kind of take a look. So essentially, just connect right up here-ish. Here we are, and now it's all part of the same ship. there. Great. And there we are. So that is that. And I'm going to rename this merge block before I forget. Yeah, so I think that that is something that that should be really easy to put into the server. It's pretty cost effective. You know, and I think I'm probably even slim this down just a teeny tiny bit more by putting the merge block here and the connector here. Copy that just in case I mess it up. Hey. Oh, no, the whole thing's not going to fit in through a hole, Cougar. It's just, you know, most of it's going to be just kind of dipping into an asteroid. Most of them are pretty close to the surface. You know, I could make the nose here a bit longer if I really wanted to do it, but I think for my purposes, I think this is gonna be okay. But hey, you know what? It's all space Lego, right? So if it doesn't work, I can take it apart and I can do it all over again. In there, all right. So that. Now the question is it one? Is it 1, 2, 3? That should be outside of the burn range, but I better double check. And of course, welcome along, Cougar. Yeah, well, unfortunately, I'd need another. Oh, it's not good. Okay, I guess I will have to. I mean, unless I remember to turn off all of the thrusters every single time. Yeah. Well, the issue is with what they've got going on here is they seem to want you to have a large faction with you, so they want you to you can only place six of your 10 drills on any given grid. So, you know, while yeah, it would be entirely possible for me to do that with that number of block placement rules. One of those silly things that that we got to remember when we're playing on a server that's not on our computer. It's a bit challenging, but you know it's one of those things that we'll figure out, you know, as time goes on. Because I'm very excited to see what's what. I'm very excited to actually get this into the server, and I think this is, you know, for a basic little ship, this is okay. The last thing I need is to actually put that survival kit on here. That ore detector. The other thing I want to put on here is some lights. Get it pre-lit up. Right, because I know I had trouble with some of those like 45-degree lights before. I'm just going to make a second copy of this so I don't mess it up. Great. Hey, Q meets the doctor. Yeah, I've got two gyroscopes. I've got them placed in the back on the underside here. And welcome along. That's awesome. You know, it should be fun and exciting. That's right, because I connected it. Here we are. Okie. And so I've got the ore detector, and I need to replace this beam block that I ate. And now I guess I will put some lights. That. So you know what? I think it would probably be better if I flew over to one of those asteroids that is right around me. Great. So if I teleport here, get back into my dude. I think it's probably a good idea for. Yes, sir. I am building a blueprint. Because I figure that my little mini miner, while it's really good, it's gotten to the point where it's not really good enough for what I need in the server. So I came on before I popped into the server to work on designing something that will kind of meet all of my needs. So I'm getting over to this dark side of the asteroid because I want to put some lights on this thing. I want to make sure that the lights that I put on it are effective. It is a plunge miner is what some people call it. So I've got these. I'm going to increase the radius Increase the intensity. Right, so I need a little bit more forward light. So these forward lights there. I'll probably put a camera here in the middle-ish. So I should be able to see what it is that I'm doing now. All right. That's right. Got it. So let's have a look-see and see how this works. If I get some block tools up and I get a camera and I view through my camera. That's not bad. I mean, most everything I should be able to get that close, and I can do some right-click. No, I don't need a stone ejector. Stone is still good because it gets some other resources, and most of the time I'll be right-click drilling out to where I need to go. So I'll only get a few thousand stone when I'm in there digging, and because there's no jump drives in the server, it takes you a while to get back to your base. So I can go into my inventory and manually drag everything to the connector and throw it out. And it because it's a you know a public server with lots of other people. I also want to be considerate and not hog all of the resources by having a you know a sorter block and having it eject stuff into space. I don't need it. It'll be fine. I think that those lights. There we are. That kind of fills in that last gap there. So yeah, now I can kind of see everything around. Oops. Ah, that's silly. All right. Let's see if I can delete. Okay. Oh, that's that. Yeah, that's the one thing that I. See, this is why I copied and pasted this miner. It's for whatever reason, because these are offset. There we are. Oh, thank goodness. So I need to put this back. No, I don't wish to respawn, actually. Thank you. That back and this one back. Turn off my mirror mode. Place each of these individually. And I think I will. Maybe can I place one of these lights back here somewhere? All right, and then there we are. Great, and I think this is ready for me to start super welding in the server. I think I've got everything. Cougar, what did I forget? Because I know as soon as I get in there, you're gonna tell me that I forgot something. All right, I think this is the golden goose here. So let's call this the X Miner Mark 1. Oh, I do that on the fly. I've got lots of time to set that up once I get going. But yeah, no, that's a great idea. You know, I appreciate that cue. Right, and there's my Epstein drive. All right, we're gonna call this what, you know, done. We're gonna call it done. Now let's just see. Let's see whatever I've got to. Oh yeah, well I usually fly with dampeners off anyway in the expanse because it's more fun that way. That is a very important tip for a lot of people to know because a lot of people don't do that. BX Miner Mark 1. Oh, and we just had my buddy from last night, Bowtie, show up into our Discord. So I gotta say hi to Bowtie. Thank you, Bowtie, for coming along to the Discord. Whoa, which reminds me, I tried to set up a Discord command, so I'm just gonna see if that works or not. Does it? Oh, look at that. Okay, so we've got our Discord. So if anybody is looking for the Discord a link to come along, you can just type !Discord, and that will fire it right into the chat. So I don't know if that comes up on the YouTube side, but it does come up on the Twitch side, so that is available if you want to come say hi to anybody and everybody that's around us. So let us, without further ado, exit to the main menu. We've got about 54 minutes until the server restarts at the top of the next hour. So let's join the game and get started on printing this monstrosity. I say monstrosity, but it is a really, really small ship. History. There we are. Bonus expanse. I need to add this to my favorites. Keep forgetting to do that every time I come in. Feel kind of sad. I haven't seen my friends since last weekend. Probably, maybe Monday. My space engineers buddies. We all work at different times and live in different time zones. I've got a friend of mine, exterm, he's English. He's British. He's 4 hours ahead of me, and Kane, he's in Germany, so he's 5 hours ahead of me, and I've got my buddy Glaze, who's an hour behind me, and we all try to play space engineers together. But yeah. Oh yeah, no, Q. That is, some of those things are pretty crazy, and they're just not feasible in a multiplayer server. They are way, way, way too big and too intensive, and like the because of the way that this game understands and reads and processes voxel, like every time that you change a voxel, which is why having voxel reset is very important in both your personal and online game. It imagines the planet or the asteroid. Oh, suits. Okay. I guess my stuff has been hangered. H. Let me go into faction chat. And that's what happens when you're not on the daily. All right. Let's see. H load 4. So let us don't keep up. Should be it. Great. Here we are. We are back in business. But yeah, so sorry, as I was saying, the way the game processes the voxel is by like picturing the asteroid as it was when it was generated, and then overlaying all of the removed voxels on it, and it doesn't just remember the asteroid as less than it was before. So it actually has to go in and, take all of those chunks away that were already taken away before. And every time it comes into, somebody comes into visual range of it, it does that particular thing. So it, yeah, no, it can be very hard on the server to have some of those giant monstrosities that, destroy those those asteroids. So yeah, now I'm thinking, and that's a scary thought, Beaver thinking things. Perhaps what I'll do in order to print this ship is I will turn this into a little printer tug, temporary printer tug, and sort of set up a little mini welding wall and see how many of the components that I can sort of squeeze out of this thing. Well, because I know I don't have a huge stockpile of components because I'm still in that setup stage, but it's kind of like with the cart before the horse. I gotta get these resources up. I gotta get things going because I wanna do more. I don't want to just flail around space in these hoopty contraptions that I've put together. I want to have some good looking stuff. I want to use it. I want to blow up other ships, and I want to see my ships get blown sky high. Because what's the point of space engineers if your stuff doesn't go boom? Really though. Right, let's get this all tucked away. Awesome. And deposited. Okay, so now that's that. And I think what I'll do here is I'll just build a little welding wall. Exactly. That's exactly what I did, Q. That blueprint that we just made together was there's very little in the way of armor on it. The only armor that's on it is what I need in order to keep it together, so that if one block happens to disappear, like say the oxygen or the hydrogen tank pops, the whole front end of the ship doesn't fly off. So spending a few hundred steel plates to for some reinforcement and protecting the stuff at the back, that to me is kind of like one of those necessary evil things that we all don't like to talk about. should probably taken out a couple of conveyors as well. Actually, and I will take out a far better welder, so I'm not just boffing around here. Production, tools, elite welder, please, and thank you. Just need the one. Yay. Look at that, elite welder. 400% weld speed. Thank you very much. This, fire this in here, fire those out. See you later. And character tools. Major welder. Okay. See how much faster this welds up now. There we are. That's more like it. Goodness. Straight conveyor and junction or conveyor. Oh. It's not what I'm actually looking for, but I can just... The straight conveyor armored, and we're good to go. These. And I'm gonna need some more materials. Awesome. And awesome. So I will put a little conveyor elbow thingy here. There we are. Alright, awesome. Things are coming together here. So essentially what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make a little mini welding station. Some. We're doing well. We're cooking with gas now, guys. And another welder.
Energy low.
Oh, no, you don't. It's strange. It said I withdrew all of the components. Well, if you excuse me one moment, I'll be right back. And we are back. All right. So I could just hear everything there just churning away in the background. You know, this base is happy, quote unquote, by putting together all of these parts that I've already just nicked out of there, and I haven't even built the ship yet. Just the pieces and bits that I'm going to need in order to build the ship. It's crazy. That's one of the things I love about this game. So, you know, everything is, you know, just little bits. You just always need a little bit more. And a little bit more. But it also takes a little bit more time. Which is something you got to be careful about. You got to really balance time in a game like this. Because before you know it, all your time is gone. And it's 4 a.m. on a work night when you got to get up at 5. So we're back out. What do I need here? Grab the rest of it. See. Right, all successfully withdrawn. That's great. And now another conveyor. Straight conveyor. Now let's make this happen straight. There. Oh, okay, so I guess the maximum welders that I can put on a grid is 6. All right, so that means that means that the ship that we designed with that 9 welder wall is going to need some adjustment. Maybe I'm going to have to put a rotor welder or something like that on there in order to compensate, because I'm not going to be able to live with just just you know, six welders. That's crazy. So I just need a grinder now to get rid of those useless blocks. So I just grab the standard one. That'll save me some time because there's nothing in those bits. Right, there we are. So we'll go from here. We'll see what happens. I'm going to grab an interior pillar. Slam some of those there. And I'm going to get 2x3 window flat. I need girders for this. Ah, yeah, spinny welder wall. Not exactly my favorite. I mean, I've used them before. Don't get me wrong. There's nothing that's really truly wrong with them, except that they can be really finicky, especially in a again in a server environment. You never want to be using janky things, just because you never really know what exactly is going to happen. It's a little bit lower. Yeah. Oh man, definitely need to get those other refineries up and running. This is crazy that I'm still days and days and days refining the platinum, uranium, and titanium. But at least I found titanium. We need interior. Uh, Maybe I could get another 3 through subgrid. However, I know the way that the server owners have this set up. They've got a lot of really cool tools that like even if you have your grid hangered, it will still tell them that you have too many blocks, even though it's the ship is hangered. So I mean, yeah, it's possible. I mean, it's like I thought about trying to get my other drills on the ship, and then I thought again, I'm like, that's gonna be way too much work to put those other 4 drills on it. Instead, I could just ask one of my buddies, like, hey, I'll trade you 4 drills for my 4 drills, right? So the next piece that I need is a projector block. Okay. And here we are. course, I'm going the wrong one. Oh my goodness. You've become too tired to play video games when? Defense mini. And there we are. So now let's just rotate this around. Where? Maybe I should build it from the other end. That might be why I told that guy to leave it that way, even though I didn't remember at all ever saying that. So let's see. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Projector. That's right. Horizontal offset. It doesn't need to be that offset. Nope, doesn't need to be vertically offset. There we go. And let's bring it down. Oh, that's over. And that is perfect. Put up some interior. Get her in there. All right, now that this, I think, can officially start being welded. It's a little bit closer. Right. Let's see if I can remote into the welders. Nope. Nope. Apparently I have got my helmet open. Right, so now we've got all of these bits printing. Already out of construction comps. This is going to be a challenge for sure. This I've got 78. Computer. Okay. Customer data, edit text. And that is not what I wanted to do. No, I'm not printing the drills last. I'm printing the drills first. Now the reason I'm doing that is because of the design of the ship. Because there's not really a great spot for me to stick this thing on the on the front. So, and I'm going to be pulling it out. It's just going to be easier for me to extrude it this way. But it's not a big deal because I'm just going to get my handy dandy Izzies to start printing me out more awesome components. The thing that was construction components. Let's go for 970 of those, and we'll make those a priority as well. That's just again, it's been a long time since I did many months. Yeah. Oh yeah. It's just a build components problem. That's all. It's no big deal. And most of these things, like these blocks that don't get built here, like these are ones that I should be able to hand weld anyway, because the speed of this welder is pretty phenomenal. The challenge, of course, is that, you know, for everything else that doesn't get welded right away. Just check in and see how our assembler is doing. Mr. Assembler is doing all the work here. See, he's popping it off. He's got them coming, you know, several every moment. See, half of these things are already built anyway. There we are. Oh yeah, well, see, what that does is it prevents the blocks from being built around your welder. And it's a trick that, you know, I was shown a while ago. Oh, you know what? Yeah. Forgot about that. I actually, oh yeah, no, that is true, Cougar. You know, that's a handy dandy. I don't know how server compatible it is. I've heard rumors that it is less than friendly with servers. So you can see how this block is sort of blended right in here. Oh, yes, yes, I suppose I could do that, but where's the fun in being prepared, Cougar-Bach? You must have me confused with somebody else, like Spange. You know, or Johnny, or Raccoona. Here, I think the next thing that I've run out of is probably steel plates. That's right. That up to about 10 times the amount. And, you know what? While I'm at it, why don't I build another assembler? See if I've got all the components I need for that. I'll just stick that bad boy right here. Eights. Yeah, this is the unfortunate thing about like the early startup. You know, things just are very, very challenging, and you know this build seems to be. Don't tell me I'm okay. Thankfully, I'm not out of copper. I was gonna say, if I was out of copper, I'd freak. I'd totally freak out. You know, just find it pretty awesome. Look at these things coming together. Need 60 or 59 more computers and a few more steel plates, and here we are. That's getting taken care of. Need build computers. Great. Yeah. Grab some of this. Fire it in. Awesome. Almost done. Just a little bit, a couple more computers. And this thing's going to really help out. Help get everything built nice and quickly. Wonder if I can take some of these components I need from these drills, at least to start. Not a lot of grinder or well components in the drill because I need those computers. It's just not enough. Not enough computer. Not enough food. Give me the computers, please. A few more computers, please, and thank you. And I guess it's not even building them anymore. That's okay. Some reason to think about MDG computers. Again, I've delivered like 40 of those boxes this week, so I want production computers. Let's do this. Let's get them. All right. On. Oh. Hmm. Now that we got two assemblers working, perhaps we can make some progress by moving backwards very, very, very slowly. It's awesome. We should be kind of getting towards the end of the waiting game. Those components took forever to put in there. Get that. It's a couple of blocks. Teeny tiny bit more. There we are. See, once we get to these teeny tiny sections, things happen to go a little bit more quickly. Hey, what's up, Zyron? Well, it should have been updated, but it didn't get updated, so my apologies. The the streaming thing, it works sometimes, it doesn't work other times, and I appreciate the heads up. Also, Zyron, if you type !Discord into the chat, it'll actually fire up the Discord link. I figured out how to do that today, believe it or not. Midsection is. Oh, that's right. You're on YouTube. It won't come through. That's all. It's a Twitch only command. Here, I did it earlier, and here I can copy and paste it for you, right here, my friend. There you go. In theory, that should come through, and you should be able to hop into our community Discord and chat with us. Just let me know if that link comes up for you and it works. Well, I mean, I should know if it works if you happen across the server. Uh-oh. Now, I is stuck somewhere. Where am I stuck? Oh, of course. Oops. Owie. Okay, so the thing that happened here is these super cool lights. It built itself. Oh, oops. These super cool lights built themselves on the inside of the glass. So now I've got to cut it in order to get it out. Either cut that or cut the glass, and neither one of those is really a great idea for me. But I guess I'm going to cut the glass. All of them here. All right, so this. No, it's not a projector off thing. What it is, it's these lights, like these 45-degree lights, are a little bit janky because they're designed to kind of phase into blocks. But like the anchor point is on this block, and the block actually populates on this one. So they were behind the. It's actually, you know, behind the what's the wall when it came to be into being. Yeah, this is coming along quite well. Got almost every, so there's going to be definitely some spot welding that I'm going to have to do. I'm just hoping that none of it really ends up on the inside. Right, I've got a body location, don't I? Yeah, hey, body. Ah. Yeah, you're right, but you're absolutely right, Q. But I haven't built one of those before, so it was kind of like you know, I don't typically use those lights, so you know, I wasn't aware that that would be an issue. But now that I know, I'm not going to use those 45-degree nonsense lights again, unless I'm going to be manually placing them. See how it makes out. Computer. F. Computer. 1000. Priority. Turn the detectors off. Priority. Oops. All right. That's awesome. So now that we've got that taken care of, oh, and we've just got our 5-minute warning. Oh, hey, bot, vom to you as well. Thank you for coming along. Love the gotta love those bots. See, should be pretty much done again. Just to look all right. Virtually nothing. Computers. No. There's one. Oh, great. Awesome. So, I was able to withdraw those couple of computers. Lights on. All right, I think now I can keep going. Should have enough resources kind of built up. All right, I guess I need some displays built. Oh, and there goes the server restart. That's right, I wasn't paying attention to that. So this is the every 4-hour server restart. It they just they want to clear the server, you know, have it you know, be nice and refreshed for you and for me and for everyone playing on it. It helps reduce the amount of clang and lag and cleans up all of the extra nonsense stuff that's out there. So, you know, it's essential. Kind of stinks though, you know, but the way that the modification they have, this Nexus, so it's sending me directly to Medina Station rather than kicking me out completely. I can still mill around and bother some of the other people. Great. Let's wander around a little bit while we wait for. Oh my goodness, the Christmas trees just keep growing, expanding and multiplying. Okay, so there's a Greek cluster and a Trojan cluster out there, and these I can spawn there and actually get some coordinates for some tight knit asteroids, which I think could become useful once you know I actually finish printing this other ship. Which now that I have once I once I get this ship, then I can sort of increase all of the numbers of the materials I have on hand. Oh, this one. This is something. I couldn't tell you what this is supposed to be, but I'll tell you that it is the spawn room for when the servers go down. And then usually you have people just like sitting in the corner. Again, well, let's go bug them. Hey man, what's going on? Doesn't seem like it's super friendly day, and I mean, Lord knows what that guy's doing.
What do you want?
Hey, howdy. It's Commander Beaver. How are you doing? Hey, what's up, Blank? Oh, not a whole lot. We're just, I think the default key is the U key. And see you guys later. Woof. And we're back. Oh, what's on the ceiling? I thought what was the the ceiling. Those are just lights. There's no jetpack there either, so I wouldn't be able to get up. They're just part of the pole pack modification. So those are like pole lights that you can get and use as part of the. I think it's the MA pole pack mod. It should be available on the Steam Workshop. Getting in there. We're back. Got it. Yeah, pole pack. Should be the MA, the Mike Alpha MA pole pack. I believe it is. If you look for different pole packs, it should come up. No problem. That just got fired right into whatever it was making. What? Thank goodness. Yeah. I should turn on these tanks. I think I'm good to try and pull this out another block. This is one of those instances where I miss those super large welders. Let's see if I can go into the vector. Gets it on, and it says only buildable. Right. What is this block that is preventing me from building everything else? Intervention. Mm. Air plates and come on, interior plates. Oh, you found it? Great job, Siren. Awesome. So let's get some more of these. See if we can get this. Awesome. Need more interior plates. More interior plates. Great. Now I should, in theory, be able to print that cargo block. Some. This one will require a boatload of resources, in order to accomplish as well. Oh, just 300 interior plates. No big deal. You'll be this as a priority. Oh yeah, look at that. It's getting loaded up pretty quickly. That's okay. Nice. Almost there. Almost there. Got a few side components here that I'm going to need to fix. So the other thing that I'm going to have to do is fuel this thing up because there's only the hydrogen thrust. So the hydrogen thrust I'm going to need to help dock it to the station. It's really just a ship. It is a hoopty, silly looking spawn ship modification, but it is there. It is ready to go. Okay. So there is no room for that. I'll have to modify that on my own. All right. Whew. That's what happens when you are being a bit silly. Okay. So let's see what kind of damage I did there for my layer printing. Yeah. So here. So I'm gonna go turn off my printers, my welders, I should say, and I'm gonna give that another shot. It's off. And now let's bring this monstrosity back over here. Great, here we are. Got ourselves lined up again. Just hope and pray that it's all right. Look at that. Absolutely beautiful. Okay. And just a few more rows to go. And then there's going to be just the odds and ends that I got to be fixed up. And we should be good to gas it up and cut it loose. Do. Everything takes forever. No, I need small steel tubes. It's tubular. Small tube. Running low on oxygen. Better top that up. Good to go. Right. Looks like this needs those small steel tubes. I better get some more in there before everybody has a cow. Give me some more. Oop. Oopsies. Got a little bit too close and personal with that one. That's okay. It's more fun that way. Location stuff. Just the slow waiting for everything to kind of pump itself out. Tube. And also priority. Jeez, keep up the good work, laddies. Feel like this is about time for me to pull it back a teeny tiny bit. Good to get the merge block installed, but that's okay. Oh wow. Yeah. Oops. Oopsie daisies. Slowly but surely printing this thing out. Look how beautiful that is. What build and repair block, Cougar? There's no build and repair block in the Expanse. It's all hand weld and other nonsense. I am pretty sad that it is only six welders per grid, because then it's like, if you want to own something, you got to make sure that you print all the blocks, otherwise somebody else will be using their blocks for your stuff. Teeny tiny bit forward, teeny tiny bit. Oh yeah. So what exactly is that little person that is there? I don't exactly know what that that emote is supposed to be. I mean, I'll claim ignorance. It's okay. I mean, I don't know everything. I only know about a thimbleful. Okay. And I just need to pull that out a teeny bit more. Okay, I got one battery, so I'll turn that on. So what is it that we need to build this? Not sure. Right. Right. And just give me some steel plates. Any steel plates. I want to build this. Come now. So there must be some other kind of block. Oh, this now has fusion coils. I better look to see what a fusion coil is. Fusion coil. It's a fusion coil and oh my goodness. You need fusion coil and you need thruster components. It's weird. Can't. So what have they restricted what we can use? Like how am I supposed to So this fusion coil is just a new thing that they put in. The Light Epstein drive needs a fusion coil, 64 of them, 64 fusion coils, but I don't understand why I can't place it. All right, so if I can't place that one, why don't I try placing ones that I already have? Is it that I'm unable to place this? Well, this is only mildly frustrating. Right, so I guess what I'm going to have to do at this point is just move this alongside. I'm going to have to figure out why I can't place. Music. Okay, so I guess just in the creative server, you can stick stuff to it, but you can't in the live server. That's okay. I can live without those little bits of deco. The other side on. Yeah. There's 2 small hydrogen tanks that are incomplete. So I need these large steel tubes because these look like they're finished, but they're still not even operational. So I think what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to input a bunch of these components and double, triple, quadruple them. Glass. Vector. 100. Display. 600. Two. 25. 32. And it is urgent. Set it as a priority. Okay, so I guess at this point, do I have any iron? Okay, got plenty of iron. Excellent. Not to worry about it. All right. Well, let's see here. Oof, we are already at 12:30. Holy smokes. Here we are. Sounds like they've got a couple of things they need to fix. Well, I do know, and I can feel myself, and I am fading fast. I wanna keep playing Space Engineers, but I know that it's not healthy for me to keep going at the moment. I'm just drifting in and out of consciousness at this point. It's been a long day, and as I'm sure you can tell, I'm a little bit less chatty than normal, but always a bit tired. Where it's Wednesday, the hardest day of the week for me. We've got a couple more days. Should have some free time this weekend, and hopefully I get a chance to do some kind of super stream. Oh, I know why I can't place that. Ugh. Because they have it limited. They can only have Epstein thrust in one direction, and there's a thrust. Oop.
Your health is critical.
It's close. So what happened is that the Epstein thrust, I can't place it. That one can't be placed because the Epstein thrust is on the other end. Oh yeah, wouldn't be a big deal. It's like I'm just a clone, Cougar. I just like making you sweat. It's my pastime. No, you don't need that seat, that's for sure. Oops. Watch your head, Commander Beaver. Oops. Yeah. All right. Yeah, a whole bunch of these are missing a large steel tube, so I've got my work cut out for me to ferry those tubes back and forth. This is one. Got it. Got it. Right, and here, those are also got some in there. Where are all the RCS thruster? Oh, oh. Okay, one drill, one RCS few RCS thrusters. All right, this thing is pretty much done, and took a lot longer to get that started than I would have liked to admit. Motors, lots and lots of motors. Let's pop this off. And I think I'd better go to bed. I'm getting pretty tired, and I want to keep playing. I want to finish this miner. I want to, go mining and pick up a bunch of stuff. But it wouldn't be good for me. It wouldn't be super entertaining for you guys. I'd probably get to the first asteroid and crash. It would just splat right up against it because I would not see exactly what I'm doing. We'll be back again tomorrow night with some Valorant, hopefully getting some more great plays. I really hope that that is the case. I'm super excited, having a great time playing Valorant, and I'm almost to Iron 3, so that'll be good. And what I'll do is, if I have a chance, on Friday, this should be, I should have enough materials. I'm just going to put a 0 in front of everything on the board here, and I'm just going to have this thing produce like wild between now and then, and there should be no issues to finish up any of the anything that I need to build over the next couple of days. Check everything here. 0, 0, 0s. Yeah, I think that oh, you know what? Change this to like 6. Reactor components to 400. Solar cell. Yeah, solar cell to 40. Yeah, and there we are. So, wait. Small tube. What's the other one? Large tube? Yeah, large tube. Yeah, large tube is, plenty. So, at this point, I think, do I have enough for another assembler? Your build planner, yeah, you're absolutely right. Thanks. I just need to I need more motors, and I need the structural reinforcements. That's everything. Everything else I've got. These guys are nasty, and motors are nasty. Yes. So it looks like in order for me to continue, I'm gonna have to go get copper anyway. So yeah, I think for now I will call it a night, and thank everybody for coming along with me and watching me flail around deep space, being moderately completely unsure of what I'm doing 98% of the time. But I really do enjoy having you guys on. I love playing Space Engineers. I love sharing it with you. So again, we'll be back tomorrow with some Valorant. Friday. It's going to be in Friday night, Saturday, and most of Sunday are going to be an empty house. So I'm hoping to do some big streams this weekend. Probably get 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hours in Space Engineers on Sunday if I'm lucky. An early morning stream. So maybe we'll find some of our European friends that want to come along as well. Anyway, thank you guys for watching today. I really appreciate all of you coming along on my journey through deep space. Yeah, so hey, thank you all, and we'll see you next time.